It's kind of hard to imagine what it would be like being here when our ancestors came through and carved these into the rock. But we get a little glimpse of it when we're here at the sunrise. Indigenous people are still here. It's really important to remember that. When we see this stuff that's been around for a long time, we tend to think of things like, okay, well, it's really old and nobody is around that, has a deep connection to it. But the direct lineage goes down to my people, Navajo and Hopi and everybody that's traveled through this area. Until policy catches up, the biggest thing is to remember that, it's not just like this one panel here that we're talking about. This entire area is literally homelands and sacred to multiple tribes. It's been a bumpy history between tribes and climbers. There have been times where climbing has been in direct conflict with tribal interests. My name is Aaron Mike, and I am the Native Lands Regional Coordinator for the Access Fund. The Access Fund has learned from a couple missteps here and there, and that's really important thing is like this dedication to doing better in the future. But I think that the takeaway that we've learned with building coalitions is what we can achieve when we all work together and pool our resources and understand one another. I think it's a really good connection point to bring us all together of what you're doing in this area.
In the 1900s, the cattle people here brought in 8,000 head of cattle. As the land was degrading, they seemed to not notice. Now, what does that have to do with climbing? I'm hoping that you will know, and you will be the leaders, and you will see when it's too many. I'm hoping that you see that the government agencies don't have to come in and say, whoa.
Climbing Stewards program is an effort to educate people coming into the creek and hopefully provide tips and tricks for how to minimize impact.
My name is Lauren Hebert, and I'm here to be one of the first climber stewards in Indian Creek with the Access Fund. Today, my day consisted of meeting with all the partners of the Access Fund for this Climber Steward program, getting together here, providing lots of information and insights and sharing their personal experience with this place to kind of provide myself and Johanna with information to then share out to the public. My name is Johanna, and I'm here because I'm part of the pilot team at Indian Creek Stewards program. On the weekends, Friday through Sunday, we'll be hosting climber coffees, crag coffees, where we'll go to different sites each day. We're going to just be out there providing free coffee for everyone in the morning and lots of educational material. We'll kind of cover different topics, different days, but lots of leave no trace and how to decrease our impact here together.
A lot of folks are coming here for the first time.
I hope to learn from Aaron a deeper historical context and connection to this land. He's already provided me with a lot of information about the tribal communities around here, what their priorities are, and I would really like to interweave that into the education that we're putting out into the community.
When did you all get down here again? Just now. Just now?
Stewardship, conservation, all of these words, were just a part of the culture for millennia. So you talk about like a relationship to land, that's all included. And these are reminders all around the canyon here. Moving through the landscape in this area is really special. The landscape is alive with, culture and heritage from ancient tribes past and present tribes. It's really important to not disturb these artifacts, not disturbing the areas around them. I think to protect the integrity of this stuff, this new age of social media, it's really important to not geotag cultural resources. What can happen if we're not intentional about how we use the land is there could be a really detrimental impact to all of the medicinal plants in the areas and a lot of the rock faces. There's a really good opportunity to educate people about how to recreate in this place, which is essentially a cathedral for tribes in the area. Tribal respect is going to be a really key component to the longevity of climbing in the future. It's important for the climbing community to evolve and mature. The Climbing Steward program is a really good step in the right direction, really taking our stewardship and broadening our horizons and what we think of climbing areas and our impact with them.